How I would unlock $1 trillion in value in Disney. This is actually easier than you think. You know, before I give you the answer, I'm going to tell you a very short story, which I didn't plan to, but this illustrates the principle. Richard Branson almost went bankrupt in his airline because he couldn't afford to remodel his planes, and his planes were getting old. And he went to bank after bank, and they said, no, we're not going to pay you to remodel them. He was about to give up, and then he came up with the idea, instead of remodeling the airplanes, why don't I just buy new ones? And the banks were willing to finance the new planes. Sometimes we're thinking too small and the solution is bigger. So step one of how Disney can unlock $1 trillion of value. Create an ESPN library. I'm going to explain how this works. So Disney is turning into a streaming service. A lot of their releases are going straight to video, straight to Disney Plus. And I mean, obviously they have the theme parks and other things as well. Disney cruises and a lot of other things. But streaming is their future increasingly. And the thing about their movies is their movies take millions and millions of dollars to create. Like to create 1 3-hour movie, I don't know how much it costs, but a huge sum of money. Whereas sports, which ESPN is the world leader by far, that content, while the broadcasting rights are expensive, the production rights are minimal. I mean, to do an hour of Sports Center, I mean, you have to pay the crew, but just the filming rights, just the camera rights are small. And I think ESPN was created back in 1978 or so they have probably hundreds of thousands of hours. Now, they already have ESPN Classic, which has like a lot of videos that you can subscribe to, but basically you could create like 1,000 ESPN Classics, ESPN Classic Tennis, ESPN Classic Los Angeles Dodgers, ESPN Classic, because people love their inherent interest. And if you were a Dodger fan, you would spend $10 a month just to watch every Dodger game that had ever been broadcast. Every thing that had to do with the Dodgers. I mean, it's a genius idea, but this is only scratching the surface. I mean, I'm only telling you steps 1 and 2, and then there's like a 10-step thing. If you want to learn the rest, ESPN would have to hire me, and I don't come cheap. But okay, so step 1 is you break it down into categories. Like, you could pay $10 a month for the Dodgers, or you could pay $20. Now, obviously, you'd have to give a cut to Major League Baseball. They would have to agree to it. If they, I don't know exactly how the rights work, in perpetuity, who owns the Dodger broadcast from 1978. But, and then you create packages. You create you can watch any 50 videos you want, for $19. Or you can watch, 100 videos or 500 videos or unlimited videos. You could merge 5 channels together for the price of 3. So you could get the Dodgers, you could get the Cardinals, you could get, gymnastics, whatever your 5 interests are, and you could pay what it would cost just to purchase 2 channels or 3. Or you could merge 20 channels together and pay what it would cost you individually for 5. So most sports fans, that love, you could just, you could watch, all the playoffs, the NBA playoffs or the NFL playoffs. It would be a playoff package where you watch the playoffs in all the different sports. Or it would be, greatest NBA champions, where you have, the champions from all the different sports together in one channel. So basically, ESPN library with hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of hours of content can be broken up, sliced, diced. You're living in segment heaven. Now, that's only step 1 and step 2, to have a video library and then slice and dice it and combine it. Like I said, if you want to get to step 10, you're going to unlock $1 trillion, and you have to hire me if you want to do that.